Good evening. Let's see. Do I have everything set right? I don't think I do. Oh my. Oh my. Hmm. Hmm. 1 second. We're scuffed. Okay, swear. You think you have everything right, and then some way, one thing doesn't work. Is my face tracking even working? The face tracking is working, but hmm. Oh well. We should be good. Uh,
I see. This is Braille. Sorry, guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero. From Zero? A message?
What does it say?
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it. Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you and only you with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
okay. I guess this is how my microphone wants to work tonight. I don't know. But yeah, the red and the dead. Zero is a very creative person when it comes to naming things. Yeah, gosh. Okay, okay. Now I'm getting some mouth movement. Finally. Oh, bet. I will say it's been a pretty good week. Like last week, I felt absolutely awful. But like today, I couldn't be better. It's been a pretty solid week. Was just thinking about that earlier. But speaking of what I was thinking about earlier, and since this game is like from that era and all that, let's talk about malls. More specifically, malls are like a dying thing, right? And that's not new, that's not controversial. That's been something going on for a while now. That's too low. There we go. Malls have been a thing that are like dying. And I went to my local mall today to go get something pretty common, just some sports apparel. Big Astros guy, and they released a new City Connect, so I wanted at least a hat from it, right? But whenever I buy the City Connect stuff, I want the fitted ones. I'll settle for a snapback, but I want the fitted ones. And I just wanted to see if they had a jersey from it in stock. Long story there short, they didn't. But I also went and walked around the mall and looked at a few stores that I like to frequent. First one was a local video game store. They had two locations, one at the mall, one at a different strip mall kind of storefront, and the mall one is gone, straight up, which it's not surprising because, first off, they are really expensive. Like, every single retro game there that's half decent is way overpriced.
This is all the information which I can impart to you.
And so are their consoles too. I mean, like, if you wanted to
My
buy
people can eliminate those who might be a danger to you.
a Wii
Over
U,
time,
which
you'll be able to
aren't
use them
exactly in
freely.
short supply, you're looking somewhere north of $200 for a console that has been, dead for 10 years
Only those
and isn't
who
like
know how to
particularly a
play
big
can
collector's
freely use
piece.
them.
No one's out there scrambling for
Adults can't add or
the
subtract
base
numbers,
model Wii
only
U.
begin. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelets enforce the rules. They're judge, jury,
But their
and
business model over
executioner.
time had to change a whole lot because of their high prices in retro games. And so half the store
Shit! A fucking
was
blow!
dedicated to wall scrolls, which they always had wall scrolls, but figurines as well. And I mean a ton of figurines. Almost to GameStop levels when GameStop was like, and they still kind of are, heavily stocking like Funko Pops.
I'm gonna ask one more
But
time.
at least this store had like
Any
good
of you
taste in
about
figurines
something?
because they were for the most part pretty solid. Uh,
Actually,
but
I saw him.
I'm not
He's
going to the
standing right there.
mall to buy an
He
anime
says his face.
figurine of Rim in a swimsuit.
Gas mask.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I might be shameless in a lot of aspects, but
What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something.
I'm not that shameless. I'm
A
sorry.
piece or something?
I saw that
So I
coming.
continue walking around and like there's a lot of stores that are closed and they're
Can't
all
see inside the mask, though.
replaced with like basic urban streetwear kind of thing.
Oh, so all of our abductions were just
And
a
one thing that
coincidence.
really surprised me was a staple of just about any mall, Forever 21, was closing. They were doing like a 60% off sale.
There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out.
But I'm walking around, I'm looking at all these stores
Well, we found
dying.
ourselves on
Even
top of
the
something.
specialty import candy store, which I'm not sure is that heavily affected by tariffs,
1987? In the same house?
especially since a lot of those tariffs aren't even in place,
Right?
and a lot of their most popular candies
Mine was just like the rest of you.
aren't from countries that are getting tariffed,
Okay, that's good enough for now.
like Japan.
So, I
Or
have a
at least I
question.
don't think Japan's getting tariffs.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
I could be wrong though.
So, what's the deal with the
But
two of you?
I'm walking around, and the one store that
Siblings?
has been surviving is Hot Topic.
Snake is my
Hot
older
Topic.
brother.
Why?
That
Why
makes
in the
us
year of our Lord
cousins.
2025 does Hot Topic have no problem staying
She
open?
is correct, of course.
And
Are you,
it's not like
well,
it's looking worse.
why?
First off,
What
Hot
about the
Topics have
abductions?
never looked good. They
Those two, for instance.
have always been an absolute mess. I've never seen a clean Hot Topic.
Oh,
But
yes.
this one looked a lot more organized than it did last time I ever went to Hot Topic, which was
Will the
probably
kids?
about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And for a store that sells some of the most boilerplate niche merchandise, I mean, straight up, it's just IP logo on black t shirt. they are thriving to the point where the cashiers there actually have to do customer service and are actually like friendly instead of just getting paid to stand there and be angsty. I don't even think I saw a face piercing on this cashier. It's wild. Hot Topic has got to be a mall front or mall mob front because I can't see a sustainable business model for a company that makes all of its money off of like the most boilerplate niche IP merch, especially in a more rural area like where I am. Like, we didn't have mall goths. We didn't have mall goths. And we certainly don't have them now. So why is Hot Topic still a thing? I don't know. I do not know. I mean, like, I understand why the game store selling the anime titties is a bad business model in a sports town, but then you go to the sports hat store and they fully leaned into the customization side of their business. That's not even the store that I got the hat I wanted from. Because all they have now is basic boilerplate team hats. Like, we're talking black and white or the basic field cap, things like that. And then they're doing the whole customization thing to the point where they don't even actually have a real register anymore. It's just the embroidery machine and a guy with a card scanner attached to his phone. I agree, it is kind of stupid, but here you are. No one has bothered to walk through a door, even though you know you only have 9 hours. Huh? Agua. I drink water a little bit too fast. Like, I'm going to run out of water in this cup within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Also went to like a different games hobby store, bought a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I still don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I just bought them. Am I gonna send them out for grading? Absolutely not. None of them are actually worth that. I checked. But maybe I want to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe I'll learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. I certainly do not know. What is my mic picking up? My mic is picking up some strange things. I need to redo the filters. Ah, that. Ah, does that work? No, everything's going haywire now. Okay, now that But I have no clue what that sounds like. What does that sound like? Because that's a really high noise suppression. Oh my goodness. That that's terrible.
7 plus 2 plus 4
I
plus
sound
1 is
boiled.
14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly. The four of us can go into door 5.
Wait. What about the other four? What's their digital root?
Okay. Mm,
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are
nope.
8, 3, 6, and 5.
Hello.
8,
Okay.
3, 6, 5.
That
What would our
that
digital
works.
root be?
Yeah. Wait. 8365. What would that digital root be? I don't know. Okay, now I can think. I had to turn the monitoring off. 8 plus 3 is 11. Why am I doing this legitimately? Oh, because it's not allowing me to bring up. Okay, there we go. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 equals 22. Digital root 4.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. Digital root of 22. 2 plus 2.
Wait. Oh, yeah, we got it right. I can do math. I can do math.
It's 4.
Hey, that made my mouth work better too. Kinda. I think it did at least.
Add up our 4 bracelet numbers.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah,
We could.
that worked out well.
We most certainly could.
So the team assignments will be like this.
But I'm not entirely sure that I trust Santa.
7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5.
My goodness.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
I'm probably gonna have to pull up a guide to make sure I can get certain endings. Not the good ending, but there's a couple secret endings that I want to try and get. Why am I not letting it auto?
Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa.
No, you wouldn't.
I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means
She'd have to see the body. She'd have to see the body.
Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
Hmm.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go? I'm going through door 5.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
Hmm.
The door's
How do I want to play this?
down.
Do I want to make June see the body? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Hey, wait. I want to go through door 5 too.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Are you sure you want to see that?
Well,
Please, let me go into door 5.
Man, now we're right back where we started, you know?
is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
Don't go away!
One thing that this game actually does really well is making the other routes different,
No!
Don't be so selfish.
but
Why?
the further you get into the series, and that doesn't change, the routes are all different puzzles, but the further you get into the series, the more it feels like a chore to do the routes. Like this first game, man, doing the routes was so fun. The puzzles
Those going to door
were
5.
actually somewhat enjoyable.
Me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14. And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are
But
Santa,
like,
June, Ace.
especially Zero Time Dilemma.
8 plus 3 plus
Oh
6
my
plus 1
goodness.
plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2
I
plus
saw that and I saw how the timeline mechanic changed,
The problem's here.
and I was just kind of disgusted.
Let's do it. All right then.
It sapped all the fun out of it. I
Okay.
will also add that Virtue's Last Reward,
Okay.
the second game,
Be careful.
We will.
oh, it was so
Oh,
boring to get through at points.
that was the 9th man. Oh.
Especially because they forced you to sit through every
Kill me.
new piece of dialogue.
Remains open for 9 seconds, have you? Sorry.
Let's go.
Snake!
Ah, damn it. The countdown started.
Door closed.
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device,
Hey, where is the dead?
how the hell should I know? Stay calm. Look around you. Okay, I get it. Ah, found it. Right here.
They always wait till the last second, which is something I really. It's kind of a writing trope in this game that every decision has to be done at the last second. It almost makes your characters kind of feel like they're super indecisive.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing. And they're gone. Now. Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
Dude, you couldn't open the big doors. Do you suddenly think you're going to be able to push the walls in this place?
Last cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it. Let's have a look then, shall we?
And here we go.
All right then. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't want to look, but it's so
Let's gander at the dead body.
I can't even
Just
tell what's what. He'd been wearing these. The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say
Pushchair is creaky. I don't like it. Cool. Your heart rate reaches 0. And you die.
Bracelet comes off when you're dead. But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this?
I'm not sure which variation of the bracelets is cooler.
This was a human. Oh, oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Where did they? Through here?
I mean, I guess.
What's up?
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on.
The second game's bracelets are coolest because those were the bracelets that actually killed you
Is there any other way
in
out?
the game.
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door,
Unlike this game's bracelets and the next game's bracelets,
this looks like a bedroom. Then the other room is probably
or not the next game,
the closest you
the
can.
final game's bracelets, which
All right.
the final game's bracelets are kind of like
Come on, guys.
a poor man's version of Virtue's Last Rewards VLR's bracelets, where they don't kill you, they only have the power to knock you out through drugs. Also, I'm not giving Zero Time Dilemma any credit because it's a dumb game. When did beds with canopies start being like a status thing? Because weren't canopy beds just meant to like prevent malaria? Score plate.
What's wrong? You got. I heard something. Something strange. Ah, well. Never mind. I don't wish to toot my own horn. I notice even the slightest of noises. Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away? No. Such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of
Oh,
footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most
big yawn.
ideas. Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately.
He uses echolocation.
So that was... Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to
My
stop
TV
me,
just turned on.
I am
I think I have a ghost.
that I could defeat them. Oh, really? You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it.
Oh, no. Another yawn.
Enough
I really get into yawning fits when I yawn once. That is like kind of mildly sexist, I think. I don't know. Boat. See, there's yawn number three. I yawn a lot. Big man can't turn on a faucet. Number four. Yeah, stick your hand in the fire, bud. That's a real smart one right there. You know, flames are about, let's just put our hand in it. Ooh. Hey, we found another score. Oh. Oh, great. He's the wood toucher. Oh, I have my ways. I know all about wood. Oh no, 7 died.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. What the hell is wrong with me? There's memory loss and I'm getting dizzy for no reason. Memory loss? Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of you before we ran into you on the stairs.
6,
I told him I couldn't remember a damn thing
I
from when I
think.
woke up.
Or was that 5? I don't know.
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago.
I'm gonna start making a yawn counter.
After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all,
I promise it's not intentional. I just can't help but yawn.
we don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's it?
That's it. All right, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
How are you fine with something like that?
But that thing has hinges. Ah. I want to see a dead body. Gee. Oh, it's just a window. Oh, wait, the bathroom. The D plate. Oh. Oh no. There we go. The school bell. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. School's out. Yeah, that was never like a school bell for me, at least. But that's because I went to Catholic school, so that wasn't the school bell, that was the church bell. Which not a lot of churches actually have bells. Like Catholic churches with bell towers and stuff, the bells don't actually ring for most of them. It's all pre recorded, which kind of sucks. I think bell towers are cool, and we should have more bell towers. Like, wouldn't it be a vibe to walk through a city and then, like, right at the hour, hear a jaunty little chime? I think most colleges with their bell towers, it like plays the alma mater at noon. I know it did that at mine, and I don't think that's unique. At least just taking a guess. I don't think that's very unique. I'd be in absolute shock if that was unique to my school. I wouldn't know anything about Westminster. We did it!
Another hallway? Hmm?
Ah,
I was just putting one of those plates in there.
well. No. Yes. I think this is where I'll end for tonight. Just because I'm yawning like crazy. But I'll probably hop back on and do a much longer stream tomorrow. I think that'll be fun. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night.